So because you've been exposed to so many different businesses and businesses are basically there to solve problems and so many solutions, what have you learned from all of your experience with many different types of startups?
Well, I learned, but it's not only from my personal, personal experience, but other people experience. It means that we all do mistakes, and somebody probably like you're trying to find today an answer for somebody. Most chances it's already been answered in another place in the universe. So you just Google it and you find it. And in another case, in problems, in problems or mistakes. If you did your mistakes, then okay, just try to learn from other people's mistakes about that. And that's what I come to play and say, okay, you might be doing mistakes, or you might be facing problems. Try to research and listen to other people, so you will do different mistakes, because we all do mistakes. It's
Mm.
inevitable. But try to learn from others, trying to hear more about others' mistakes, other people journey. And not everyone became, there's not many examples, I think, in our world that are one night success. And try to implement things. You can even take lessons from somebody you don't like, but say, I don't like this and this about his personality, but I gotta say, I gotta admire this point of view about this thing. And maybe I'll just take from this point a little bit from that and a little bit from this, and I'll create my own recipe. Maybe this recipe eventually won't come out that tasty, but it's yours, and you can improve it later.
I love that. The secret is really learning from everybody, is what I'm hearing you saying. And in an essence, looking at other people and saying, okay, so they made a mistake over here. Let me learn from that mistake instead of actually doing that mistake myself.
Yeah, yeah. That's why I personally enjoy, and stages that really show authenticity about people, that they say, for example, a great entrepreneur, and now he's a minister, Naftali Bennett, and he talked in a lecture I heard. He talks for 1 hour about different mistakes he did with his startup, and he said, well, you all know me because of my startup, but when I started, we changed the product 4 times, and we had to do different changes, and we had to be creative with the money we raised. He mentioned that it was part of the money. I mean, the startup was basically saved by a grandma of one of the founders. So we should put all of our money inside of the startup. And so learn from others' mistakes, try to be creative, try to be open to criticism, take it as a lesson, and that would be my tips.